Welcome to Dan's greenhouse. So I'm about to step into his own paradise. It is a huge, huge greenhouse. It was built in like the 1920s or 30s, and he has the great privilege of renting out part of this greenhouse. It's actually qualified as a historical landmark, I believe, or historical heritage piece or something, because it's so old. But anyways, it's just the next level. I've been to a bunch of cool greenhouses out there, but very few of them are the space is used as well as he uses his. His is like multi-leveled. All right, so let's just get in there and you'll see what I mean. All right, here we go. You can see it's old, guys. Trust me. Hi, kitty. Wow. This is used space. What can I say? Well used space. Is Dan in here? Or is just this kitty in here? Alright, well, we're gonna do a quick run around here. Just to give you an idea, it's got tons of masdevallias, and if you guys are watching this, I don't know the names of most of this stuff because, again, I'm coming from being a chameleon lover, breeder, connoisseur, whatever you want to call it. But I've first gotten into Nepenthes and become pretty knowledgeable on Nepenthes pitcher plants, which is kind of a narrow focus, whereas orchids have literally thousands of very different kinds of orchids. The orchid family is like very, I mean, those are cacti, but orchid family is pretty, let's just say it's huge, okay? Anyways, he's got one Nepenthes that has a name. I forget what he named it, but it's like Monster or something because he's just got one, but it takes up such a huge space. As you can see, these pitchers are really large. I think it's not a sanguinea. It's kind of, you know, a pretty normal looking pitcher plant here, but it's what keeps this amazing place safe from so many insects, because otherwise there would be tons of insects in here, I think. So anyway, let's keep going. I got one of those, and it looks weird, and I love it. That's the biggest air plant you'll ever see. Seriously, this thing is like a chandelier. It's like a chandelier. And this is the like tendrily air plant that, oh, my goodness, it's amazing. He's just let these things go wild. It's awesome. You know what I'd like to know, and I'll tell you guys as soon as I do know, but what is the actual humidity in here? Because it feels very, I mean, it's like 80 degrees. So it's not burning. It's not burning up or anything, but it's nice. Nice wet sphagnum moss. I gotta learn some things from Dan. He knows things. What a good kitty. This is real sphagnum. Real living sphagnum. Just huge amounts of it just growing in cool clumps that I think he originally just occasionally just like tears it out in clumps and dries it out and uses it. Oh, it feels like I could just take a nap in it. I don't know if that's a masdevallia, but it's really big if it is. That is some seriously awesome moss. Alright guys, I don't want this video to go too long because it easily could. And unfortunately for you, you know, you're just gonna have to let some of this thing be a mystery because Dan Newman's amazing greenhouse here is huge. And I just don't think you guys have the patience to look at all of it. What I think I'll do is do a more elaborate tour video separate from this. Okay, so this one might be spliced up a bit, but man, look at these things. I've never seen anything like it. Hey Dan, is that you?
Yes.
Hey, I've been looking for you.
Sorry,
No, no, I'm just
40 or even 30% range, but
Yeah.
usually I think by the time it cools down at the end of the day, it's coming up anyway. And then, of course, if I've watered recently or if I'm watering, it's
Yeah.
a lot higher because water's evaporating from so many surfaces. And
Yeah.
that's what I do when it gets hot in here, because I don't have a lot of shading on the roof at this point, so it gets very bright, and then, you know, when the sun is out, it can really warm up a lot, especially during the hot season. Okay,
So
I'm
Dan-
not very photogenic. You can cut me out, just put my hand in there.
Look at this thing though. This is like 3 feet or something of cork. It's got natural little holes in there for like little bromeliad.
Yeah.
This is epic. 1, 2, yeah. So I'll probably like saw it into thirds and put it in the vivarium, but this is really great.
Yeah, just don't let the slugs inhabit those holes.
Oh yeah, slugs. I'll try to keep the slugs out.
Yeah.
I wish slugs like to go inside of Nepenthes plants and just die in there, but I don't think they do.
Well, you can't blame them in a way.
How much do you think you're gonna charge me for that?
Let's see.
Shit, how killer of a deal. We're just getting started. Today I'm willing to spend some money.
Why don't we say for this size, I think 25 is
That's fair.
reasonable.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That's so cool. Alright, so we've got a naturalistic vivarium that's going to be the indoor, this one's the indoor one, and like I said, it's about 3 feet tall, maybe 2.5 feet and 18 inches. So the back wall can't be enormous, but in here I'm going to find a way to get a little hose for the waterfall, and yeah, we'll figure that out. But what things do you think would do well in that small space?
Okay, so it's warmer conditions basically then, right?
I'm not going to make it hot. Not like the lighting system is not going to be for like heat.
What are you going to have for night minimum temperature, you think?
Minimum temperature, it's going to be like indoors, so like, I don't know,
It'll
70,
be
65,
so,
70?
So that's basically
Warm?
Basically warm.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What you want is to, if they're orchids, you want to have, say, a minimum of 10 degrees variation between daytime high and nighttime low if you can. That just helps the plants bloom better.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things. You're going to be relying then on artificial light. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about things getting like a huge amount of light. And
Yeah, that's a nice part, because it's hard outdoors.
well,
The random California weather.
of course, you know, bromeliads, some bromeliads are very easy and adaptable. A lot of the tillandsias can grow in a wide variety of conditions. A lot of the orchids are a little bit more demanding of um, particular conditions. But we can look at, probably what we should do is look through the intermediate section,
Okay.
and we can find some things that would be suitable. And
Cool.
probably almost any of, I got also some neoregalias.
Awesome.
That's a fireball.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's like a chandelier of fireball right there.
Yeah, and then this is probably Levis or a Levis
Look at that.
hybrid.
I love it.
And then I've got Amplulacea over on the other side. I've been growing them here in the cool side because they they're
They like it.
really tolerant. They'll take any kind of conditions, and I have more cool space. This is Tarapotoensis from Peru.
Where'd you originally plant this? Up there?
Well, somebody gave it to me, and it was in this little pot, and it's as you can see, almost fallen out of that pot.
And now it's like a hanging chandelier or something.
But this one you have to be careful with. I think it's not that sharp, but it can catch on to you as you walk.
I'll probably, because I like to mix the animals with the plants, I'll probably pass on that one just because it might hurt them. But
I think somebody told me that the animals usually are very
smart.
They just avoid the parts of the plant that would be.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen an animal just like walk onto something sharp. Oh my goodness!
Speaking of animals,
holy smokes!
Look at that one there. A little.
Oh my gosh! Did you buy these or did they come here somehow?
They came here. I think they're native to the area.
So this is a real tree frog, native to Pacifica.
Tree frog. Yeah.
Wow! Holy smokes! I've never seen a wild tree frog that looks like it's from a rainforest. That's so cool.
Yeah,
it's just a giant bromelia and it found its way here.
Yeah, the bromeliad is a seedling that grew on the edge of the bench from some other bromeliad that...
You're saying this is basically like a wild plant that just decided to live right there on the corner of the table?
Yeah, the seed came from another plant that I had in here, but it just sprouted there of its own accord.
That's so cool.
Now that it's getting ready to bloom, I guess this part will die back after it blooms, but it has some new pups starting down at the base.
Awesome. This is a single tillandsia plant, and I'll note that it looks like almost all of it is still alive, where I've seen in other, like shell dance next door, usually it dies at about 50% of the size of the plant. So however big it's getting, always about 50% of it is usually dead. Dies off because it doesn't have water to sustain it or something.
Well, I do water more.
Oh yeah, look at these.
Yeah, that's the Neoregelia ampullacea.
This might be perfect.
And that's something where I could certainly take some pieces off there.
Yeah.
And it grows very. Even though these pieces, they're starting to get roots already, actually.
Cool.
But the roots are basically just to hold the plant in place, and it gets its water.
I recently learned that where these roots don't gather any water or nutrients, they're just to hold the plant. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, that would be perfect. We could get
and I got
2 or 3 of those little guys.
Yeah, I could easily do that. I got. This whole plant grew from just a little piece that somebody gave me a long time ago.
Like 10 years, or how long is long?
Maybe like 8 or 10 years, something like that.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool, by the way. Blossom.
Yeah, it was more brightly colored before. It's kind of fading now because it's pretty old. But and these are just like the bracts. The actual flowers are yellow flowers that come out between the.
Cool. So those are just more leaves, technically.
Yeah.
Very cool. This is a wild little frog that just found his way in here. So cute. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, he's getting a little shit. I'll just keep looking around. asking questions. So here we go. There's more amazing. This is really, I mean, I've already said it, but you can go to greenhouses and buy this stuff. But this Dan Newman, if I didn't already say, this is a private collection, so this is not open to the public. You gotta like make an appointment. So this is about as good as it gets for looking at someone who really knows their stuff about orchids and has the ability to point you in a good direction for what you're trying to get. Oh man, there's just so much here. Like, you guys, this video unfortunately will just never quite do it justice. It's like, if you're into plants, like really into plants, this place is basically a theme park. We got another Nepenthes here. Look at that. I didn't notice that. Where does it begin? I think it starts here somewhere. Look at that. You can make cutlings of this pretty easily. Wow. Oh, look at these. Awesome. Look at this. This is an amazing, just natural, like, crazy spiral. I didn't know that happened in nature. Oh, look at this. Giant, like, huge amount of Spanish moss right there. Wow. And there's stuff growing in it too, by the way. And there's more stuff growing back here. Oh wow, this is a little hidden gem back here. Tons of orchids, lots of little orchids, all different kinds of sizes and crazy. Wow. Alright guys, so like I said, there's just so much here. I can't really capture it all for you. You're just gonna have to take my word for it that this place is about as good as it gets. But if you want to see the greenhouses in the area here that are open to the public, there's a place called Shell Dance in Pacifica, California, and that's like open as a store and a wedding venue. So anyways, alright guys, this is where I'm getting the plants, and I'll do a summary when I actually buy all the plants and leave, and you'll see that. Alright. Oh look, we got another Nepenthes. Check it out.
Yeah, I think this is the same. But I could even take the piece off the other one if you like that one.
I have not gotten too many of my air plants to do too well yet, so
No?
I might focus
Okay.
on the I love the pseudobulbs. I love weird
Okay.
pseudobulbs too, by the way.
Well, this is something that is really adaptable. The flowers look basically like that. They open a little wider.
little
This
mouth.
is Maxillaria variabilis, which comes in a number of different color forms. So there's another flower. It's not completely wide open. They can, like I said, they can open a little wider. And I've got a few different color forms of this species.
Two of the leaves really died back quite a bit, but otherwise it's doing quite well, the one I have.
Yeah, it's a very adaptable plant, the Silogene nitida, and usually.
This one's like multifaceted. It's got like some fangs in there.
Yeah.
And it's opening inwards. Like, it looks like the inside of the flowers on the inside rather than the outside.
Right.
Super unique.
Yeah, and this and all the other species in this subtribe are pollinated by male euglossine bees that collect the fragrances from the flowers to attract the female bees.
Oh.
And the whole structure of the flower is to kind of get the particular species of bee that pollinates it to sort of fit into the pollinating area of the flower.
So they have a very
Very
like Mastivella. What's it called one more time?
Vargas. No, I think, is this one Vargasii? I have to look at the label, but I'm pretty sure it's Vargasii.
Wow, very cool. When your greenhouse is doing so well, you have to duck under stuff. I just have to add the flavor of your greenhouse. When it does so well, you know, you become like an animal, and you've only got your animal paths to get through, you know.
Right. You have to go under and over it. Now, if you like those impatiens, that is something that could easily grow, I think, in your
Outdoor?
not outdoor. Again, I'm sort of focusing.
Well, I only have so much. I only have so much room, and I in preparation for this project, I bought 2 nerve plants. Do you know what I mean? They're like little small plants, but they have like the leaves are green with white or pink nerves that just look crazy.
I think I know what they are. Nancy, I think, has some at
Yeah.
least that fit that description for sale.
So I've got 3 of those, and
Uh-huh.
I've got 2 little bromeliads, and then I'm buying your collection of bromeliad over there that I really liked.
Okay,
And then maybe just 2 or 3 orchids can go inside.
Oh, okay.
So we've only really got
So-
2 or yeah, we don't have a ton of room inside.
Okay, so you need stuff that can be
Outside.
outside also.
Yeah.
Um,
Man. Are you able to run this whole place watering it manually?
yes, that's what I do. It does take a lot of time to water it.
Yeah.
Takes about 4 hours to water the whole thing.
Every day?
I don't do it every day. I do it if it's really warm weather. I try to do it every other day at this time
Wow.
of year. Or then sometimes during the winter, I can go a lot longer between watering.
Yeah, that makes sense. In the wintertime, you don't really need to water too much, do you?
Not so much.
Yeah. When you see something like this, where it looks like someone took a bite out of it, is that
Yeah,
bugs?
it was eaten by a slug.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Just wondering, because I've seen that happen myself, and I just...
Yes, so slug.
Yeah. Look at this thing. This is a really surprising blossom from this little guy.
Yeah, and that unfortunately has been really eaten by slugs too.
Oh. Too bad you can't train these salamanders.
I know. I do need to.
Try to name the stuff that's in here.
Oh,
If you can
Yeah.
see it all real quick.
sure.
What am I getting?
This is the Masdevallia cuculata.
Cuculata.
This is a bulbophyllum species. I don't have the species name. This one with the flower
Oh yeah.
is Campanulorchis globifera.
Nice.
And this one is the spontaneous Masdevallia hybrid.
Yeah, I'm going wild on that one. Love it.
And these have the names, but this is Masdevallia hystrix and Silogene nitida. And then also this
Awesome.
is the Stelis or Pleurothallus restrepoioides.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that. That is a mixed bag right there.
Yes,
That is as good as
definitely.
it gets.
You've got things from Vietnam, elsewhere in Southeast Asia, the Himalayas.
The Himalayas? Wait,
Yeah.
which one of these are from the Himalayas? Wow.
Yeah, not the
foothills.
high Himalayas, the
foothills.
Himalayan
Yeah,
foothills.
Yeah. Wow.
And then also things from tropical America.
That's awesome. And then over here we've got a little bit more. We've got some used cork bark. We've got a unknown Nepenthes that I'm gonna name later.
The Dendrobium farmeri,
Farmeri?
again from the Himalayan foothills.
Yep.
And then this is, I say Neoregelia, some people say Neoregelia, Ampulacea, which is tropical American. I'm not sure exactly where in tropical America.
Yeah. Awesome. This place is epic. All right. Well, Dan Newman, he's the man. He's the most epic orchid connoisseur in Northern California that I know of. So seek him out. Do you mind if I share a contact? Do you have an email or something that you'd like me to share with them?
Yeah, you can give them my email, which is hgardens@earthlink.net.
Awesome. All right. Well, you might get some chameleon connoisseurs who are looking for epic plants. So.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.